It is getting tougher, just like our consumers. We're seeing that, the costs are increasing, especially on the energy side. But we are working really hard, and we've got a great Save for Our Customer program in place, $850 million that we're able to bring and channel right to our customers and our associates. And that helps a whole lot.
Why the need for a buyback then? You would have had to sign off on that as the CFO. €1 billion buyback program, start of 2023. Surely that money is better off in the medium to longer term being spent on price competitiveness rather than giving it to greedy shareholders.
Oh, I think when you look at our opportunities, we have the ability to do both, because what's important to us is obviously in times that are tough, making sure we're able to be aggressive in everything we can do to buffer the increasing costs for our customers. But at the same time, it's very important for us to be able to share the profits and our success with our shareholders as well. And I think this is something that they expect from us, and we are able to deliver because of the strong cash flows of our business.
Just to pick up on Steve's comments, and good morning, Natalie, by the way. It seems to me anybody that embarks on a buyback program at this point is making a call on the business cycle and perhaps making the case here that actually it may not be as bad as some of the worst economic calls are suggesting at this stage. Maybe you could just sort of backfill that story for me a little bit. Are you actually quite upbeat on how 2023 is going to run?
I think as we look forward, we do see a difference between the two regions. We're very big in both the U.S. and Europe. And when we talk about what we expect in the U.S., we can continue to see a really strong, resilient consumer. Our business is going well in both regions. We've had accelerating sales and margins in the quarter. So as we look going forward, one of the things that we're really proud about in our business is that we have just an amazing ability to continue to generate cash in good times and bad. That's part of what retail is about. And so that is something that we want to make sure people understand when we're looking at the future. We continue to believe very strongly that we're going to be able to do that in the coming cycle.
I was very interested to see the spike in online sales as well here. Net consumer online sales up 11.5% at constant exchange rates. Are those sales profitable given the spike we're seeing in energy costs and payrolls?
So they're not profitable on a fully allocated basis, and we've got a plan to do that by 2025. But in terms of how they're moving, what we do see is that definitely in locations like our big city areas and places where we're able to have a dense network, we also see increasing profitability. And that's something that's important for us as we bet on this big channel going forward.
Do you think there's going to be M&A in this sector, Natalie? And I'm specifically looking at where the focus of attention has been for a long time, and that is on the e-offering, the digital offering, the direct-to-home offering as well. I mean, has that offering, given the cost of money has changed, given the cost of fuel has changed, given the cost of the drivers has changed as well, has that dynamic changed, and will people be looking more at bricks and mortar going forward?
I think there will continue to be activity in the M&A space. And that's one of the things we're excited about, because we have probably the strongest balance sheet in the industry. And that means we can be opportunistic as we see things that either first strengthen our core business or also look at adjacencies, whether it's geographic or new capabilities. And it's something I think you've seen in the last few years. It's something we really believe our role is to be a consolidator of choice when markets get tougher.
But correct me if I'm right, Natalie, and I know I'm pretty sure I've badgered you about this before. I think I almost remember doing so. But online offerings, selling, delivering at home, it's never been profitable for anyone really we has it?
That's definitely true. I think when you hear people who talk more positively about it, they're talking about the incremental profitability, where I think all are seeing improvements because of productivity. The hardest part is the last mile. And that's why you've seen some of the real challenges in some of the, I'll say, newer competitors, where that was a bigger part of their business model.